The alarm screams. Another day begins. The relentless cycle of time continues, indifferent to the struggles of those it governs. For Maria, the sound of the alarm is not just a signal to wake up, but a reminder of the burdens she carries. Maria rubs her eyes, exhaustion clinging to her like a second skin. The weight of sleepless nights and endless worries is etched into the lines on her face. She moves through her morning routine on autopilot, her mind already racing with the day's challenges. She's been working double shifts at the diner, but the bills keep piling up. The rent is overdue. Each envelope on the table feels like a ticking time bomb, threatening to explode and shatter the fragile stability she's trying to maintain. The pressure is relentless, and the fear of losing her home looms large. The kids need new shoes. Their worn-out soles are a testament to the miles they've walked in them, and Maria's heart aches knowing she can't provide even this basic necessity. She dreams of a day when she can give her children everything they need, but for now she must make do with what little she has. Her youngest, little Sophia, has been asking for a book about the stars, but even that small luxury feels impossible. Maria's story isn't unique. It's a narrative shared by countless families who are caught in the web of financial hardship. The dreams of their children are often the first casualties in the battle for survival. Across the country, millions are trapped in a similar struggle. The bustling city streets are filled with people who are all fighting their own battles, each one carrying the weight of their own world. The sense of community is overshadowed by the pervasive feeling of isolation and desperation. They work harder, longer hours, yet fall further behind. The promise of hard work leading to success seems like a distant memory, replaced by the harsh reality of an economy that no longer rewards effort. The fatigue is not just physical but emotional, as the hope for a better future dims with each passing day. The American dream, once a promise of upward mobility, now feels like a cruel illusion. The iconic white picket fence and the comfortable suburban home are out of reach for many. Instead, they are left with the remnants of a dream that has been deferred, wondering if it was ever real to begin with. Homelessness is on the rise. Families are struggling. The sight of tents and makeshift shelters has become a common part of the urban landscape, a stark reminder of the growing inequality. Each person on the street has a story, a life that has been upended by circumstances beyond their control. The middle class is shrinking. Something has to change. The once thriving neighborhoods are now marked by empty storefronts and homes for sale. The call for economic reform grows louder as more people demand a system that works for everyone, not just the privileged few. The weight of the world is heavy, but the hope for change remains. What if there was a different way? A way to ensure that everyone, no matter their circumstances, had the means to live a dignified life. Imagine a world where financial security wasn't a privilege but a right. What if everyone, regardless of their job or background, received a guaranteed income? This isn't just a dream, it's a concept known as Universal Basic Income, or UBI. It's a transformative idea that could reshape our society. This is the radical idea behind Universal Basic Income, or UBI. At its core, UBI is about providing a financial foundation for everyone, ensuring that basic needs are met and giving people the freedom to pursue their passions and interests without the constant stress of financial instability. UBI is a simple concept. Every citizen receives a regular, unconditional cash payment from the government, no strings attached. This means that regardless of your employment status, age, or background, you receive a set amount of money regularly. It's not about rewarding laziness. In fact, studies have shown that when people have a basic income, they are more likely to engage in productive activities, pursue further education, and even start their own businesses. It's about giving people the freedom to make choices that are best for them and their families. It's about providing a safety net, a foundation upon which everyone can build a better life. With UBI, families can afford better housing, access to healthcare, and nutritious food. Children can grow up in a stable environment, and individuals can invest in their personal growth and well-being. The idea of UBI isn't new. It has been discussed and debated for centuries. The concept has evolved over time, but its core principle remains the same: providing financial security for all. It has roots in the Enlightenment, with thinkers like Thomas Paine advocating for a citizen's dividend. Paine believed that everyone had a right to share in the wealth of the nation, and that a basic income could help achieve this. In the 20th century, Martin Luther King Jr. championed a guaranteed income as a way to eradicate poverty. He saw it as a means to ensure that all people, regardless of race or background, could live with dignity and security. Today, UBI is gaining traction as a potential solution to the challenges of the 21st century. With the rise of automation and artificial intelligence, many jobs are at risk of becoming obsolete. UBI could provide a buffer against these changes, ensuring that everyone has the means to adapt and thrive in a rapidly changing world. Automation, driven by artificial intelligence and robotics, is transforming the job market at an unprecedented pace. Machines are becoming increasingly sophisticated, capable of performing tasks once thought to be the exclusive domain of humans. From self-driving trucks to automated customer service, millions of jobs are at risk of being displaced. This isn't science fiction, it's the reality we face. And as automation accelerates, the question becomes, what happens to the workers who are left behind? The gap between the rich and everyone else has been widening for decades. This isn't just a recent phenomenon, it's a trend that has been accelerating over the last half-century. From the 1970s onwards, the wealthiest individuals and families have seen their fortunes grow exponentially, while the middle and lower classes have struggled to keep up. This growing divide is evident in various aspects of life, from housing and education to healthcare and job opportunities. A tiny fraction of the population controls a disproportionate share of the world's wealth, living lives of luxury and excess. These individuals often have access to the best resources, from private jets and yachts to exclusive schools and healthcare. Their influence extends beyond their personal lives, affecting political decisions and economic policies that further entrench their wealth. Meanwhile, millions struggle to make ends meet. For many, the dream of financial stability remains just that, a dream. They face daily challenges such as paying rent, affording healthcare, and putting food on the table. The stark contrast between the lives of the wealthy and the rest of the population is a glaring indicator of systemic inequality. This level of inequality is not only morally wrong, it's economically unsustainable. When wealth is concentrated in the hands of a few, it limits the economic mobility of the majority. This creates a cycle of poverty and limited opportunities that is hard to break. Economic experts warn that such disparity can lead to long-term economic stagnation and decline. When so much wealth is concentrated in the hands of so few, it starves the economy of the spending power it needs to thrive. Small businesses, which are the backbone of any healthy economy, suffer the most. They struggle to survive as consumer spending dwindles, leading to closures and job losses. This in turn affects local communities and the overall economic health of the nation. It also breeds resentment, instability, and social unrest. When people feel that the system is rigged against them, they lose faith in institutions and governance. This can lead to protests, strikes, and even more severe forms of social upheaval. The long-term consequences of such instability can be devastating, affecting not just the economy but the very fabric of society. UBI offers a way to rebalance the scales, providing a safety net for those who need it the most. By ensuring a basic level of income for everyone, UBI can help reduce poverty and provide financial security. This in turn can stimulate economic activity as people have more money to spend on goods and services, benefiting businesses and the economy as a whole, to ensure that everyone has a stake in the economy. When people feel financially secure, they are more likely to invest in their futures, whether through education, starting a business, or buying a home. This creates a more dynamic and inclusive economy where everyone has the opportunity to succeed. By addressing economic inequality, we can build a more just and prosperous society for all. The relentless pressure to make ends meet takes a toll on our mental and physical well-being. The fear of losing a job, of not being able to afford healthcare, of falling into poverty creates a constant state of anxiety and stress. This chronic insecurity has devastating consequences for individuals, families, and society as a whole. UBI can help to alleviate this pervasive sense of insecurity by providing a financial cushion, a guarantee that basic needs will be met. Critics of UBI often argue that it will discourage people from working, creating a nation of couch potatoes. This is a misconception. Studies have shown that UBI does not lead to mass exodus from the workforce. In fact, it can actually encourage entrepreneurship by providing a safety net for those who want to start their own businesses. UBI is not about handouts, it's about opportunity. It's about empowering individuals to pursue their passions, to invest in their education, to start families, and to contribute to their communities without the constant fear of financial ruin.